Reading for you about somebody who had a close call. We have the death card, but it's in the reverse. And I feel like this is somebody who may have had NDE. I don't know. I think I can just say near death experience, but this is someone who has kind of had a reality check or a wake up call because they had some unexpected reminder of mortality. And as you can see with this world card, the cat's just kind of like, oh, I didn't think that would happen. Maybe I need to change some things. Maybe I need to work on my behavior. Maybe I need to be nicer to the people who are nice to me. Little bit of like a Scrooge energy, right? Being shown some reality that is a little bit concerning. So we have a challenge or a call to action for this individual. Are they willing to make some changes now that they feel a little bit reminded that maybe they don't have as much time as they think? So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. And I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedonestarot@gmail.com. It's in the description box, as well as more information on how to become a member. Thank you to the current members. Hello, Whiskers. Hello, Key Controller. Hello, Holy Ghost. Hello, Joaquin. How we doing? Let's see what we've got. I think we need the Golden Lenormand. Let's see what else comes out. Hello, Tucci. How you doing? That was okay. You have the Mountain and the Lilies. So a little bit of a scare, followed by being reassured everything is okay. You know, like that was a close call or that could have been really bad. But thankfully you were sitting, 1 inch to the left from the danger. Whatever it is, we have somebody who feels like, they were standing close to the edge of the highway and somebody pulled them to safety just as a car was about to cross over the line and hit them. This is just like okay, I have to maybe reconsider how I've been handling things because that little brush with mortality is reminding me that maybe I don't really have things where I want them to be at this point, or maybe I need to be working a little bit more diligently on some of the things that I said were important to me. So we have number 14, which is the Fox. And number 4, the House. So perhaps this is a person who has been a little bit overly suspicious of people that deserve to instead be trusted or given the benefit of the doubt. We could have a person who's known as a bit of a curmudgeon, or they're not very accommodating or friendly towards others, maybe just unpleasant. We have the Ring, number 25, and the Clouds, number 6. I feel like there's a promise here. I know for many of you, you would look at this and you would see some sort of matrimony or wedding or, oh, we've been together for 25 years. But what I'm seeing is a promise to someone important. And it could be for some of you that this is a promise that you made to somebody who left you jewelry, which could be like a watch, right? A shout out to my uncle. There's definitely something about feeling like you need to maybe be a little bit more understanding because you made a promise to this person to either cooperate better with your family or make more time for a social life or even romance. There's something that this person has not done right by. It could even be that this is someone who is a widow or widower who made a promise to their previous partner that once they healed, they would love again, or they would find a way to still enjoy life even though this person had passed on. Whoever it is that they made a promise to, I do feel like this is someone that they really treasure, and that promise has been put front and center, even though it might have been made years prior, for this individual, and kind of like slap them across the face a little bit, right? Like, hey, I thought you said you were going to do this. You know? We need the Santa Muerte deck, that's for sure. Hello, Christopher. Hello, Colin. Hello, James. What's up? Hello, Jamike. Hello, Danny. How's your day going? Hello, Francisco. What's up? All right, what else do we have, please? We have the Six of Wands in the reverse and the Hermit. My. Okay. This is not even a card that's supposed to talk about any kind of like passing away energy. But we do have somebody in a coffin for the Hermit card. So this is someone who has had to imagine what would it be like if, you know, that had gone differently and there were services to remember me today. What would I have felt about where I've gotten in my life, and what would people say about what I've accomplished or what they know of me? I don't think they're very pleased with what that answer would be. And it contradicts a promise that was made. You know, make sure you make time for the family, make sure that you do right by, you know, these children, or make sure you find new love. This person is like, man, I have kind of failed at what I said I would do. And maybe that's why I'm so frustrated all the time. Queen of Pentacles, Four of Wands in the reverse. I've been so focused on money or material things and ignoring the emotional connection that I may actually really need from another person. And as a result, with the Four of Wands in the reverse, this is someone who's realizing there's like milestones that other people are achieving that they are nowhere near to achieving, because what they've focused on all this time has been, how's my money, how's my career, you know, I'll get to that other stuff later. So it could be kind of aligned with the movie with Nicolas Cage called The Family Man. The Family Man? I think it's The Family Man. Where there's a little bit of a glimpse into what life would have been like if there had been a different type of prioritization in this person's life. Hello, Vinny. How are you doing? Oh, I'm sorry you're not a fan, but also it's okay. We can live and let live. You're just going to have to do that, not in this live chat. Hello, Nat. How are you doing? Hello, Oz. What's up? Sorry, guys. I just went right in for it. Nat, you're much more patient than I am. I don't know. Am I the only one who it's like if YouTube says, hey, you should watch this thing, and I'm like, nah, I don't want to watch that thing. Like, am I the only one that's like, I'll scroll to something else if I something that I like? All right. So with the Four of Wands in the reverse, there's some sort of like, I haven't really been happy with what's been going on, or I have focused on the wrong things. I don't have what I should have at this time in my life. So this could be a person who wishes that they had gotten married, wishes that they'd started a family, wishes that they had, you know, maybe established some roots, purchased some property. It's like I focus too much on probably the material side of things, right? But with the Lovers, there is an opportunity coming through for this person to be a little bit, I don't know, kind of like reassured that they can do some of the things that they feel like they should have done by now. Nine of Swords and the Moon. Okay. What used to be kept secret and something that was relatively comfortable for them to cover up, namely probably some loneliness or missing particular people, it's coming to the surface now. And we also have somebody who's looking at their own reflection in the Moon card. And we have an acknowledgement that, you know, my life has you know, maybe had some great things as far as like my resume is concerned or like my portfolio. But if we're talking about like the good memories that I have or the things that I'm excited to tell people at like a high school reunion, it might need to be a little bit more detailed or comprehensive than I make lots of money, right? They're thinking, oh, all these people are, you know, doing fun things for the holidays, or, you know, oh gosh, my birthday is kind of lonely. And I guess I put myself in this situation. I made it difficult for others to get close to me. 3 of Wands in the reverse. 9 of Wands in the reverse. And the Empress. This is the person who gifted the jewelry or gave the advice or made someone make a promise. You can go get your education, you can go off to that other place far, far away, or, you know, you can throw all of your time into this pursuit that's really important to you. Just promise me that at a certain point, you'll focus on the things that matter. You'll get, you know, started finding somebody that you love or choose to start that family. And I think we have regret. I said I would do this thing and I haven't. Instead, I've just focused on, you know, what I own or how successful I am. So we have the 6 of Swords. I feel like there was some sort of travel, and this is when we might have had a problem in terms of having a little close call. This is when we have a reminder or like it's like a rerun of this message. You know, maybe they were talking while this Empress was on death's doorstep. Maybe it's something that was literally written in a will or, you know, like a last letter. But this Empress's voice is echoing. It doesn't have to be a woman, although I do feel like for many of you, it probably would be like a mother or grandmother type energy. This person wanted you to be happy in a relationship. And I feel like with a star, when we have a sense of physical healing, it motivates our Queen of Pentacles, Hermit individual, to wonder if maybe now is the right time to address the emotional healing as well, or the loneliness that they feel. Maybe now it's time to try to look for some of the things that I really do want to have, right? Hello, Charles. I'm sorry that you're having a rough day. I hope it gets better for you. Hello, Star. Hello, Skemmy. Hello, Hope. How are you? Yeah, so we're just gonna put you on the briefest of timeouts. It's no big deal. It's just 5 minutes, right? But that might help our live chat not be like kind of spammed with what's going on there, okay? You are welcome to come back. Hello, Charlie. How are you doing? Hope you read my mind. You like got me back after all those times I read yours, right? We've got the Page of Swords in the reverse and the Hanged Man. So, gosh, that was a close call. And it's made me realize that I probably need to consider my own mortality, my own list of things that I feel I need to do or achieve, or I would be upset if I didn't get to cross off my list. So I'm envisioning a scene from The Hunt for Red October, and I don't know that I should give too much detail, but there is indeed a gentleman who is not going to survive the current circumstances. And he says, I would have liked to have seen Montana. If you want to see Montana and you haven't gone there yet, take some time off. Go to Montana. Now, it's probably not about going to visit Montana, although I do hear it's lovely. I haven't been there, and I would very much so like to visit it someday. But this is somebody who's realizing if I want to do this, or if I want to enjoy that, or if I want to actually have like some fun and enjoy some of this money that I'm making, then I probably need to do a little bit more towards finding the people that are in my inner circle or the person that I want to spend my life with. Okay. This is the Witch's Tarot. Hello, Third Eye. How are you doing? Oh, rest in peace to your father. It's the anniversary, or it's his birthday. Well, happy birthday to him. I'm sure he's looking down on you. Did I say? Yeah. I feel like that kind of fits the mood there for you, right, Third Eye? So we have the Two of Pentacles. We got the Nine of, what are you, Wands? Nine of Wands in the reverse and the Magician. You know what? Maybe I have been a little bit too focused on one thing. All right, I'm going to say what's really coming through, even though it might upset some of you. This, to me, looks like somebody who spends too much time in the gym. You can get mad at me. You can disagree with me. That's fine. But this looks like somebody who needs to eat some more potato chips or ice cream. Yo, have you had like a burger lately? Food preferences aside, we got to make sure that we are nourishing the mental, the emotional, as well as the physical, right? Are you eating right? Are you drinking enough water? Are you doing right by the things that you need to process from an emotional standpoint so that you can have those types of connections that enable you to feel like you're in the right place or that you are cared for? This is somebody who's realizing I actually have the ability to change what I don't like about my current situation. I've just been putting all of my magic, all of my energy, all of my time into one particular thing. That's why this person's gonna buy a bunch of books and start reading in addition to their really dedicated gym plan. Hello, Holly, how are you doing? But that could be it too, since it is like go sign up for a gym month, right? Thank you for liking and subscribing, by the way. What else do we have? King of Swords and the King of Cups. Stop it. I can't help it. Okay. For those of you that have seen the movie Grandma's Boy, there is a scene where JP, the like kind of video game genius, is visited by a helpful employee who says, hey, I've noticed a problem that on 2 different levels, we've got people who look a little bit too similar and they might get confused. But what if we render them different color outfits? Look at how similar these two are. It's the same dude, but different color outfits. Sorry, I hope that movie reference lands for a few of you. But this is saying we've got somebody who one day they wake up and they're like this person right here. A little bit colder, probably not as interested in the emotional stuff. And then after they have this reminder of mortality, now we have a different person. I have to admit that this Empress cared about me and knew that I would maybe overinvest in a particular type of activity, probably pertaining to career or finances. And I would be really sad if I never got to enjoy a happy relationship, or if I never got to own a home or start a family. Hello, Pauline. Hello, Tom. So hope you know what I'm talking about, right? Look, don't watch that movie and expect some really deep, amazing, and provocative thought management or inspiration. Like, it is just like slapstick comedy, okay, you guys? In this case, it's super applicable. We've got the Three of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. You're about to meet somebody, and this person changes your life. This person who's passed on, again, does not need to be a woman, and you may have gotten some sort of jewelry from them. This person is over here like, hey, you told me you were going to at least try to find somebody that you could love, that you could at least try to find somebody who thinks that your jokes are funny. That you could be just a little bit more approachable, or like ask people for their number or flirt with people if you are so inclined. Pick up on those physical, like if you're attracted to somebody, like do something about it. Okay, I've got to do this. It's got to be more of a focus for me. And it's going to be because somebody's about to show up and you might fall in love. Now, keep in mind, this could be, this King of Swords, King of Cups individual could be you, or it could be somebody that you're dealing with. But this is somebody who's like, okay, I guess I had to like take a moment and focus on love. Hey, Sal, I'm going to delete those messages because they're pretty ignorant of you to be putting up there, especially when I make it pretty clear that when I say Empress, that does not have to be a woman. So when I say King of Cups or King of Swords, that does not need to be a man, okay? So we've got the stars in this particular tarot deck. It is plural. And the Four of Cups. The person who made you promise that you would actually focus on this side of your life as well is very concerned that they're going to send you exactly what it is that you want, the type of person that would be the right partner for you, and you're going to be like, oh, I'm sorry. Did I miss that? Did I miss my appointment? Did I miss that window of opportunity? Was that the person I was supposed to fall in love with? There's a concern that you will be distracted or unwilling to take a chance on getting to know somebody, or too comfortable having people stay far, far away from you, right? Hello, Rachel. How we doing? So we've got the Two of Wands, the Ace of Wands, and the High Priest. Okay. Okay, this is a good sign. We got somebody who's taking this seriously. They're like, you know what? There really are some things that I want to be able to enjoy. Maybe I just need to take like a month off. Maybe I need to take a week off. Maybe I need to go do that trip that I've always, dreamt of. Never been to New York, or never been to Paris, never been to Tokyo. This is like, okay, I'm going to take the initiative to focus on having good experiences and putting myself in situations where I could potentially meet somebody amazing. And there is, with the Three of Cups, maybe an event or somebody who says, hey, I want to introduce you to somebody. And I do think that this King of Cups realizes that this could be a person that they could really see themselves spending their life with. High Priest or the Hierophant is about marriage or higher level commitment. But it's also about what is important to you. So it could be, I see in this person that I'm dealing with the kind of values and character that I'm looking for, the kind of person that I could see myself being able to handle difficult challenges with, but also laugh at stupid movies like the aforementioned, right? Hello, ZX. How are you doing? Well, you sure can type. So we've got the Ace of Swords and Judgment. I feel like this is a decision to do the right thing, knowing that not only is it going to address some of the frustrations that they're experiencing, but also make them feel like they're doing right by the person that had them make a commitment or some sort of promise that they would also make space for starting a family or falling in love and not be too serious all the time. All right, this is the Gilded Reverie. I feel that. No worries. So we've got the Mask and the Bear, Polar Bear. This could be about somebody having the confidence or the courage to put themselves out there and make clear that they're interested, whether that's flirting or, you know, asking someone for their number or, hey, are you single? Hey, you want to get out of here? We've got a person who may be a little bit hesitant or not have had a lot of practice recently as far as getting to know somebody, right? This is a person who's admittedly saying, I've spent too much time focusing on work. So if I know that I'm dealing with somebody that I would take seriously, they have very similar principles or morals, and this could be a long-term thing. We have somebody who gets a little bit nervous. They're like, I gotta do my research. I gotta make sure that I approach this the right way. If I fumble this, I'll be mad about it for years. Years, you know? So we have the Snake. We have the Heart, or the Love card. And we have the Magnifying Glass. So don't lie to yourself and pretend that you don't need to feel connected to anyone. And you know, the Snake can also represent healing. Let go of the things that make you feel like you don't deserve to be in that kind of relationship, or embrace the confidence that enables you to confess those feelings and, you know, shoot your shot. And I feel like we have someone who says, wow, you know what? I think it is actually time for me to put myself out there, go to some events or be willing to meet some folks, you know, not run away. If I feel like I found somebody that really does seem to like cross off all of those boxes, right? Wishing well is about finding what you're looking for. It could be this person has taken years and years avoiding dating apps or going on, you know, blind dates, or just like not really taking it seriously, even if they did feel a connection with somebody, to now all of a sudden it's busy and I found somebody and I can't believe how quickly I found someone. So there's a lot of hope in this person's heart or excitement because they feel like maybe it's actually something that they could change about their life, and they could have this relationship that someone who really cared about them had wanted for them. This is the Waite Smith. Four of Swords, Queen of Cups. Loving intention and protective energy. Someone who worried that this Magician was not taking enough time to like live life and stop and enjoy or smell the roses, right? So if you don't have people in your life that you care about or that you know, want to make happy, what kind of life are you going to be able to have? And realizing they were not really hitting the mark on that, we have someone now who's saying, okay, I'm going to take a little bit of time. I'm going to meet some people. I'm going to prioritize, you know, making space for someone and do right by this promise that I made to somebody that I care about. Five of Pentacles, Page of Swords. Be warned, if this reading is resonating for you, that there is a possibility of a little bit of a lapse in judgment, or like a, maybe you say the wrong thing. You can recover from it. Just don't do what everybody thinks you're gonna do and freak out, okay? Just stay calm. There's probably some little trick you got to staying calm in a difficult situation, right? Who's out there saying, not me? Nine of Pentacles in the reverse and the Page of Wands in the reverse. The risk here is somebody realizes I do need to make space in my life for love, but they misjudge somebody or they feel a little bit rusty or incapable when it comes to expressing that confession or saying, you know what, this is what I want. How do I say I want to be in a relationship? How do I say this is what I want to like spend my time on? They're a little nervous, I think. Yeah, Queen of Swords in the reverse, Four of Cups. What if you don't like what I have to say? What if you don't want to be with me? What if I get rejected? That's part of the game. That's part of the situation. It's also part of what makes love rewarding because it doesn't happen every time, you know? You can walk into a fast food restaurant and 9 times out of 10 get exactly what you were going there for. But do you feel like you've like conquered something or won some sort of battle? Well, maybe if there's like really bad traffic. The effort sometimes is part of how you feel about whatever it is that you're working towards, right? All right, I'm gonna leave it there. I love you all. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you for liking and subscribing and hyping if you're able.